Fellas, let me ask you a question that might sting. Have you ever noticed how sometimes women vanish after getting talk know you, yet your buddy, the guy with sourdough starter, is drowning in dates? Why does he get all the attention while you're left wondering what you did wrong? Well, in this video, we're going to uncover the truth. By the end, you'll know exactly which hobbies make women lean in with curiosity and attraction before you even say hi. And if hobbies aren't working for you, I'll also show you how to get one-on-one coaching so you'll never feel stuck again. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Amelia, and this is Dark Psychology, where we peel back the hidden layers of attraction, dating, and desire to revelate women really respond to. And today, we're diving into something that might surprise you fellas. Do you think women only want six-pack abs and a six-pack figure salary? Let me set the record straight. Women won't only care about that, aren't the ones you should be chasing anyway. And second, some of the sexiest hobbies women crave in a man are things you'd never expect. Trust me. Number 7 on this list will shock you. 'Cause harass truth. Emotionally healthy women, the women you actually want in your life, aren't drawn only to looks or money. They're drawn to hobbies that signal confidence, creativity, skill, and depth. Things that say, this monk knows how to use his hands and his mind. And I didn't just pull this list out of thin air. This comes from a 2024 survey conducted by Date Psychology with over 800 women, plus hundreds, maybe thousands of conversations I've had with women myself. Now, listen carefully. You have to live with you. So, don't pick abbies just because you think women will like them. Pick hobbies that only speak to you. The point isn't to fake attraction. It's to find the overlap between what lights you up and what women naturally find magnetic. And remember, not every woman is into every single hobby on this list. That's fine, Becca's. The more you lean into what you authentically love, the higher your chances of finding the right woman for you. So, let's get into it. Here are the 15 sexiest hobbies that women find irresistible in men. And fellas, keep your ears sharp because I'm not just going to list them. I'm going to break down why each hobby is so attractive from a psychological standpoint, and how you can leverage it to spark instant trig. Hobby number 1, reading. Sexy hobby number 1, reading. Now, this might sound simple, but don't underestimate it. Women associate reading with intelligence, imagination, and mystery. And mystery, fellas, is ONF, the most powerful attraction triggers. Think about it. When she's Sisu, lost in a book, her mind automatically wonders what's going on inside his head. What kind of worlds is she exploring? What secrets does he note? That curiosity pulls her in. It makes her want to decode you, to understand your inner world. Reading signals that you're not shallow, you're layered, thoughtful, and maybe even a little dangerous in the best way. Pro tip, if you're reading some of things intriguing, like philosophy, psychology, or even a gripping novel, casually share your own insight during a conversation. Note in a look how smart I am way, but in a way that sparks curiosity. That small glimpse into your mind makes her want more. Hobby number 2, learning a foreign language. Sexy hobby number 2, learning a foreign language or already knowing one. Oh, and fellas, this one is magnetic. Why? Because it shows drive, ambition, and adventure. It says you're in it, stuck in one place. You're expanded your horizons. You're the kind of man who could pick up and travel to Paris, Tokyo, or Mexico City and thrive. That signals excitement. That signals possibility. And yes, whispering some things smooth in French or Spanish. Major bonus points. Even if all you can do is order tacos in Spanish with agrin, it shows effort. And effort is sexy. Psychology tip. Women's subconscious lickant, language learning, toy intelligence, and adaptability, survival value. Her instincts read it as if he can adapt Toa. New language and culture, he can adapt to challenges in life. That makes him relatable. Hobby number 3, playing a musical instrument. Number 3, playing a musical instrument, especially if it involves strings or keys. Guitars, pianos, violins, they all carry that romantic, soulful energy. Drums, still cool, but they lean more toward raw energy. Strings and keys, they scream death. and devotion. Here's why this is so attractive. Learning an instrument takes discipline, patience, and passion. And those are the exact same traits were to build a strong relationship when she sees you strumming chords. Her mind isn't just hearing music, it's connecting it to your ability to commit to stay focused, to pour energy into something meaningful. I once heard a woman say, a guy with a guitar doesn't even need to be good. The fact that he's willing to try already makes him magnetic. Think about that. It's not about perfection. It's about presence, expression, and the vibe you create. So, fellas, let me ask you, what's more powerful than showing off abs in that gym? Showing off the depth of your mind, the adaptability of your skills, or the music in your soul. That's the stuff women remember. Hobby number 4, cooking. Sexy hobby number 4, cooking. Let me tell you this straight. When you saute garlic, it's basically free play. Smell, the sizzling pan, the confidence of a man in control off the kitchen. It's an instant turn-in. Imagine this. She walks into your place and, instead of ordering takeout or fumbling with frozen pizza, Eurocopping, seasoning, plating, you hand her a glass of wine while the aroma fills the room. It's not just cooking, that's seduction. Why is this sexy? Because it shows you've taken the tomato, learn an essential skill. It signals independence, creativity, and the ability to nurture. A man who can cook isn't just feeding himself. He's providing an experience. Pro tip, get really good at just 3 signature meals. That's it. Rotate them. She'll never know the difference because she'll too busy being impressed. And if you're willing to adjust those tests for her preferences, say gluten-free, vegan, or allergy-friendly, that screams thoughtfulness, flexibility, and star power. Hobby number 5, woodworking. Sexy hobby number 5, woodworking. This one is primal. It's raw. It's manly. You're shaping something real with your bare hands, and women notice. Picture this. You run your hand across a freshly carved table. The scent of cedar in the air. She sees strength, capability, and the ability to build something from nothing. That sexy echoes at a deep psychological level. It screams provider energy. Women subconsciously link woodworking with resourcefulness and survival. A man who can build. That's a man who can create a stability. And bonus points if you walk into the room smelling like sawdust and quiet confidence. And yes, don't think she isn't imagining what else those hands could do. Because trust me, she should be your 6. Painting sexy. Hobby number 6, painting. This one taps into the emotional side. When a woman sees a man painting, she instantly reads emotional depth, expression, and creativity. It's sensual. It's vulnerable. And vulnerability, when expressed from a place of strength, is magnetic. She looks at your canvas and starts to wonder, what emotions are hiding inside of him? Can I be the one to unlock them? Now, there's a fine line here. If your punting looks like kindergarten fingerer, it won't exactly scream attraction. But if you pour your soul onto that canvas, even if it's abstract, even if it's imperfect, she'll be drawn to it because she'll feel like she's glimpsing a side of you the rest of the world doesn't get to see. Psychology. Tip, creativity signals intelligence and emotional range. It'll her you're not numb to life that'll feel deeply. And women crave men who can't feel and still stand strong. So whether you're flipping omelets, shaping wood, or pouring your soul onto a canvas, remember this. Women don't just want a man who survives. They want a man who creates. Hobby number 7, writing. Special poetry. Sexy hobby number 7, writing. Especially poetry. Don't roll your eyes, fellas. This isn't just for sensitive artists. Writing is for grown men who own their inner world, who aren't afraid of words, and who know how to make them cut deep. Why is this sexy? Because it signals introspection, intellect, and emotional maturity. That's a triple threat. A man who writes is showing he has the courage to devento his thoughts, organize them, and express them. Trust me, when you drop a line of poetry that hits just right, it's not just ink on paper. It's electricity. Pro tip, if you want to take this to the next level, don't just write, perform. Step up to an open mic, share a poem or a short story, and watch the room shift. Women in the audience aren't just hearing your words, they're watching your confidence, your charisma, and your fearlessness. That combination is intoxicating and Irresist's secret. Women at poetry slams off, Tenjiv glitter eyes to Avaraga-looking guys who own the mic. Why? Because a confidence and expression beat looks every time. Hobby Serber 8. Gardening sexy hobby. Number 8. Gardening. Big surprise, right? Probably didn't expect this, Anna, but it turns out nurturing zomathing green is more attractive than you think. Especially to women over 30 or 35 who are looking for depth and stability. Why is this sexy? Because a gardening shows patience, care, and the ability to cultivate life. Subconsciously, she's thinking, if this man can grow something real, maybe he can grow a relationship too. And in a world where lettuce costs as much as rent, a guy who can grow his own food checks a deep primal box, safety, stability, and survival. It's not just nurturing, it's resourceful. It whispers, I can take care of us. Metaphor alert. Every seed you plant says something about your ability to build a future. Women pick up on that. Hobby 9. Swimming. Sexy. Hobby number 9. Swimming. Fit, strong, shirt. Say no more. Right. But it's deeper than thought. Swimming blends strength and fluidity. Confidence in the water reflects confidence in life. Whether you dive in smooth like James Bond or belly flop like a legend, the key is this. Own it swagger is sexier than perfection. My own favorite example. A friend once told me my dad didn't have a six-pack. He had a belly. But when he hit the pool with confidence and humor, women love it. That's the secret. Women aren't looking for perfect bodies. They're looking for men who own themselves. Here's the psychology. Water represents freedom, flow, and adaptability. A man who moves comfortably in water signals resilience and playfulness. That balance of strength and ease. Very sexy. So whether you're writing poetry that melts your defenses, growing life in your backyard, or diving headfirst into the deep end, you're sending signals louder than words. You're capable, confident, and creative. Hobby Diger 10. Photography. Sexy hobby number 10. Photography, at first glance, it's just about snapping pictures, right? Wrong. Photography is about perspective. IHOs that you see the world differently, that you notice details others overlook. Why is this sexy? Because women crave to feel seen. And when a man can capture beauty and thrill around him, she can't help but wonder, how would he see me through a thrift lens? Pro tip. It's not about saving a $3,000 camera. It's about the way you use what you have, even with a phone. If you frame shots well and capture meaning, it says you're intentional. And women love intention. Also, side note, don't underestimate how powerful it is when you can take a good picture of her. No Tony, where her head's chopped off or her shoes are missing. A photo that makes her feel beautiful. That simple act can make her feel desired and understood in ways words can't. No wonder pick-up artists often pretend to be photographers. It's not the photos, it's the psychology. Hobby number 11. Astronomy sexy. Hobby number 11. Astronomy. This only has a subtle, nerdy, hot appeal. Think about it. A man who spends his nights gazing at the stars isn't just a dreamer. He's someone who contemplates the universe. It's poetic, romantic, and deeply masculine. Although, at once, why is this sexy? Because it signals awe, curiosity, and philosophical depth. Women imagine late-night conversations and are the stars where you're not justicating about daily routines, but about meaning, purpose, and wonder. Psychology tip, this hobby makes her feel like you're connected to something larger than yourself and that you can invite her into that mystery. But fair warning, don't confuse astronomy with astrology in a date. If she's expecting a conversation about galaxies and you start telling her she's a Sagittarius, you may have just booked yourself a one-way ticket to the friend zone galaxy. Hobby check your 12. Hiking sexy. Hobby number 12. Hiking. This one taps into primal instincts. Nature plus movement. Nature masculine appeal. Why is this sexy? Because hiking shows groundedness, adventure, and strength. You're literally leading the way, navigating terrain, keeping pace, overcoming obstacles. That's symbolic of how you lead in life. Yes, great calves didn't hurt either. Pro tip, unless Yak know her well. Skip suggesting a first date deep in the woods. Remember, her number one need is safety, not starring in a true crime podcast. But once trust is there, inviting her on a hike means inviting her into your adventurous, grounded energy. So whether you're capturing her essence through a camera, sparking wonder under the stars, or guiding her step by step through Thrueld, these hobbies all scream one thing. I can lead, I can create, I can explore, and I can take you with me. Hobby number 13. Archery. Sexy hobby number 13. Archery. This ones primal. Precision, focus, discipline. Archery radiates masculine energy. There's something magnetic about a man drawing back a bowstring with steady control, holding that tension, and then releasing with accuracy. Why is this sexy? Because it signals discipline, strength, and control. It's quiet confidence at its finest. In a chaotic world, a man who can aim straight, literally and metaphorically, makes her feel safe and impressed at the same time. Attraction psychology. Subconsciously, archery also connects two survival instincts. She sees you not just as a man who plays games, but a sumion who could provide if it ever came down to it. That taps into a very primal sense of attraction. Hobby. Jerky 14. Blacksmithing. Sexy hobby. Number 14. Blacksmithing. This ones niche, but it's fiery hot. Sparks flying, fire blazing, metal bending. Blacksmithing isn't just a hobby. It's a spectacle. You're literally wielding fire like a Viking, shaping steel with sheer force and skill. Why is this sexy? Because it's raw, ancient, and powerful. She sees a man with hands dirty from creation with grit under his nails, with the ability to turn raw elements into something useful or even beautiful. Pro tip, the grit is sexy, but wash up before touching her white blouse. Clean hands after the fire show. You can't transition from raw to refined. That balance is irresistible. And yes, when she sees sparks flying from your forge, her imagination will wander to all theathos sparks you might be able to create. Hobby conjure 15. Traveling sexy hobby number 15. Traveling, this one might not surprise you, but it's powerful. Travel screams adventure, adaptability, and openness. Passport stamps are like badges of honor, proof that you've seen and experienced more than just your backyard. Why is this sexy? Because it shows curiosity, courage, and a thirst for life. When you've got stories from foreign cities, wild food markets, or crazy cultural experience, she instantly imagines what tea would be like to join you on those journeys. Attraction psychology travel signals that you're not stagnant, you're growing, learning, and expanding. And women are drawn to men who are moving for in life, not stuck in place. So there you have it, fellas. 15 hobbyist that women find absolutely irresistible. From reading to blacksmithing, from poetry to traveling, every single one of these activities sends subconscious signals that amplify your attractiveness. But here's the secret. Don't just pick a hobby. To get women, pick it because it lights you up. Because when you're living fully, passionately, and authentically, that's when attraction becomes effortless.